Okay, guys, we are we're out this afternoon. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to scout. I'm going to scout some areas that are behind us here. Of course, you see the food plot is dry and dusty, but here's why I'm scouting today. Look behind me. You see these clouds? I just checked the radar. We've got the greatest possibility of rain and storms, heavy rain, this afternoon at 5 o'clock than we've had in over a month. That's why I chose to come here today. So when I get in these woods, we're going to video. I don't know how the light quality is going to be because there is no sun, and that's good because it is a little cooler. You can see that the wind's blowing. But we're going to walk in here, and here's the reason why. I know there's deer in this area. I know there has been reports of 130s, 140s, up to 160s that has been seen, local landowners in this area. Yeah, we're not hunting those areas. We're not going in there. That's not our property. This is our lease here. And so we want to go in and scout and see what trails we have. If we find any deer droppings, we can find red oaks, white oaks, chestnut oaks, anything dropping that will give us an advantage to hunt in the woods, because obviously they're not going to come eat dirt. And we're doing that now, scouting. We're going to put scent all in these woods. But the reason I'm doing it now is, guess what happens when it rains? The rain is going to come in. It's going to wash our scent out. All those woods back there are going to be fresh once again, like I have never been there. So when you go to scout, and if you want to scout an area that's going to be thick, we know they're bedded in here. When you do that, plan the weather if you can. Plan it before a rain. So when you walk in, you're going to leave scent, but when you walk out and it rains, it's wiped free of your scent, because you don't want to give these deer any alarm that they're going to change their bedding pattern, they're going to change their travel routes, they're going to change their feeding. You don't want that. You want to find them where they are, you want to hunt them where they are, and you've got to be as stealthy as you can be getting into these areas. So come on and walk with me. We're getting ready to go in here. Okay, immediately as I get in here, I'm not 30 yards off the food plot, and I've already found some good sign. Let me show you. These trails right here going up to the food plot. We've got another trail, they split right here. But look right in the middle of the split. You see this? Immediately I find a buck grub. Now it's not fresh, but if this deer was in here last year, he's going to come back. Okay, there's another thing here. This is a transition zone. If you see behind me, this out here, it's thick. It's planted pines, but the pines are not high enough now to so it's open underneath them. This is all thick. The deer are going to be bedded back here. And then if you turn this around, we're looking at, you see behind me, we got big tall growth, big trees. Those deer are going to be in here behind me. That's where all the acorn trees are going to be dropping. So that's what we're looking for today. We're looking for travel routes, transition areas, and we're looking for food dropping. Okay, I haven't gone very much further. And of course, like I told you, we're going to get rain this afternoon. But I found a boiling spring. And there is tremendous amount of animal sign, including deer, around this water. So when it dries up, we automatically know we're going to mark this on our Onyx This is going to be a place in a dry weather hunting scenario. We want to come hunt over this water because all animals have to have water. Okay, let's talk about a staging area. So what is a staging area? You know that we've got a food plot up on the hill. This down in here, it drops down in the bottom. It's probably a 40-yard drop off that hill, comes down into this bottom with this boiling spring. There's deer tracks, animal tracks all around this boiling spring. Of course, it's water, and we've been dry for a long time. There is a river in the very back, but the river's probably a mile away. So they're animals of convenience, but staging area. So before that deer is going to walk up on that hill and go into that food plot, they're going to stage up here until dark. So if you're hunting food plots only, yeah, you're going to see some deer on food plots. Great, go see them. You're going to see your fawns, your yearlings, maybe your spikes. But as far as your mature deer got mature by not being dumb. So they're going to stage up here. They're going to hold out until dark. And then when that hunter leaves that stand, and they're going to hear him, when he walks out, they're going to start trickling up and they're going to be in the food plots. So we always wonder, why are we seeing all these signs of deer on our cell cams and our cameras at night in these food plots? We're never seeing it during the day. Duh. They didn't get mature by being dumb. So they're going to stay in the staging area until dark, and then they're going up into the food plots to eat. So what we're going to do is we're going to look further in here in this staging area. We're going to try to find some food, and then we're trying to find a trifecta. We've got water, we've got plenty of cover, now we're looking for food, and we want all those things to triangulate into one area, and that's where we're going to mark our tree that we can come back in here and hunt this area. Guys, I haven't walked 70 yards off this clear cut or off that food plot. Holy crap, I'm excited. Let me show you what I just saw. This is amazing. This is a brand new area to me. Let me show you what I just saw. We're going to walk up on it. I haven't even been to it yet. I've seen it from a distance. Let me show you. Are you freaking kidding me? Guys, are you seeing this? I have just walked up on that shed antler. If that deer had the same matching side, that is a good deer. Okay, guys, like I said, I'm less than 100 yards from the food plot. It's the first time I've been in this area. I haven't been able to come in here this year because it was well, relatively, I was scared of snakes. It's been hot, it's been dry, and I didn't want to come in here. But look at this, guys. Can you get over that? That is a tremendous deer. And I can tell you, they killed one buck in this place last year. And they asked me if I wanted to get in this lease with them. Yeah, I do. I want you to look at this, guys. And it would be almost perfect if the squirrels hadn't. I want you to look for the squirrels. The squirrels come in and they start gnawing on this thing to get the calcium out of it. But if it was not for that, this would be a perfect rack. our perfect side. Oh man, now my goal is to see if I can find the other side, because usually if you lose a headgear like this, you're kind of unequal on your head with the weight. So he probably shook the other one off pretty close. We're going to see if we can find it. Okay guys, just found the shed and I'm finding more sign. Check this out. Rub here. There's a trail right here, and look right beside it. There is bucks in this area. I haven't gone very far from where I found the shed. I've already found five trails that are coming out of this thick stuff, this transition area, out up into the food plot, which is directly that way. I'm now 200 yards off the food plot. We've got open hardwoods this way. We've got a river bottom straight in front of us. And over here, just look behind me. You see all that thick stuff behind me. Deer love this. They can move in here and not be seen. I'm still looking for some acorn trees that are dropping. That way we will have the trifecta. I have not found the shed, a matching shed to the one I found yet. I will eventually give up because he could have traveled. I have seen deer on camera that have actually lost one side, and they had one side the next night. 2 days afterwards he had lost it. So he could travel a long way with one shed. So it's a hope that I find it, but I may not. But that's okay. We'll continue to look. I think we have found a place that is golden for our archery season and the crossbow season. So let's do some more walking. Hey guys, if you'll look, all this is cypress trees. Where does cypress trees grow? In the swamps, in the water. We have been so dry that I have been walking all this. Now, if we start getting rain, this will be impassable. You won't be able to walk through there. And the deer are going to skirt the hardwoods and the wet. They don't want to walk through that mud and muck any more than you and I do. So I've walked all this. I did not find the matching shed. That's okay. My hopes were high, but I do know. Let me tell you this. That deer shed, what does that mean this year? He's still alive. Now, I don't know how old this deer was. I'm praying that I can make contact with this deer this year and he's not over 5.5, because over 5.5, the racks will start to diminish. They will start going downhill. So when you find a good rack like this, especially after season, and we're way after season, we're 3 weeks to bow season right now coming back in. But when you find this, that deer, it's a shed, period. He shed it. That deer is still alive unless predation, unless he starved to death, unless a predator got him. He's still here. This is the one I'm wanting to run into. You know, when people told me there's some 130s in here, if that deer had a matching set, that deer's going to push. That deer's going to push 130. So we're going to get into some hardwoods now, because behind, right here where I am, I'm looking at the camera, but I'm also looking behind the camera. We're getting into some hardwoods. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to look and see if I can find red oaks or white oaks or chestnut oaks that are dropping. And then we're going to triangulate all these, and probably going to come in here and put a hang on, a lock on stand. I don't want a ladder in here, because they're going to see a ladder, and that just negates every travel movement they've got. When they see a ladder, they're going to change patterns. So I want something off the ground that they can't see, and that's probably what we're going to put in here. Okay, remember what I told you about when it starts raining and this bottom gets wet, the deer don't want to walk through this mud and this muck. And so I don't know if you can see it, right here, right in the edge, there's a trail that's going all the way around this muck and this mire. The muck's down here. Up here on the hill is the hardwoods. You see the hardwoods all in here. And down here, there's all the cypress and the water. White oaks. So is there any big bucks in the area? We found the shed. Now look at this tree. Here's the thing about rubs. A big deer may rub a small tree, but a little deer 99% of the time won't rub a big tree. This is a big deer. Okay, here's what we're talking about. We've got a tree that's dropping acorns, and do you see what's laying right around it? You see all these pebbles? There's deer eating these acorns right now. Check this out, so that you can see the size tree this is. That is buck. That is a rub. This is amazing that this place is like a sanctuary. And this year, God has blessed me to be able to hunt a property like this. I'm overwhelmed. Okay, right here, that is a licking branch from last year. Right here, this one's also broke. This last year was a scrape. He'll be back. which way you think this buck's walking. Guys, that's about as fresh as you can get right there without running into the buck. He's going to tell you where he is. If I go to this side of the tree, he's rubbing right there. That means there's a trail going out into that thick bedding area right here. That's where he's going to be coming from. Okay guys, we're back out of the woods. I am excitedly disappointed. Let me tell you why I'm disappointed first. I didn't get to find the matching side to that. That's a tremendous deer for where we are. I would love to run across that deer. I don't know of anybody that wouldn't want to harvest that deer. That deer's a trophy. Well, I didn't find the matching shed, so I'm disappointed. Now I'm excited. And let me give you the excited part. The excited part is I have found tremendous amount of sign. God has blessed me tremendously today with the ability to get in and check this out. I have found 5 different trails that are intersecting together. Guys, if you find anything that intersects together, trails, 2 to 3, and especially 5, where they intersect together, you need to be looking for a place to put a set, a blind, a tree stand. You're going to catch those deer right there. And probably you're going to catch every deer that's bedded anywhere around you. You're going to catch them at that intersection. I found that today. Not only that, I found a fresh rub that still had the tree bark at the bottom of the tree, still had the aroma and the sap coming out of the tree. So that deer I know has shed his velvet. He is now rubbing, and as soon as they get hard-horned, they're ready to start searching for a mate. Of course, none of the does are in estrus yet, so we'll be in the pre-rut here where we are. We'll be in pre-rut not really until December. Our rut is in the January, probably the second week of January to the end of our season, which is February the 10th. So I'm excited. We've learned a lot of information in here. I've got my Onyx. If you have Onyx, it is a valuable tool. I have marked trails, I have marked rubs, I have marked tracks, I have marked droppings. So I have this area pretty well scouted and pretty much know how we're going to hunt this. The tough part is going to be to get into these places without spooking my deer. It's going to be very noisy. It's going to be very loud. I may only hunt this on rainy days, damp days where the leaves are soft, and maybe I can sneak in there, because where I'll be putting my tree stand and I have my set marked on Onyx is only about 50 to 80 yards from a bedding area. So I'm going to be right on top of them. So it's we're praying that we can be successful this year, not only to harvest a deer for us, but to harvest that deer in front of you, that you can see how we do it and what we do. So guys, we're excited, and we just pray that you just keep watching, and you know, like and subscribe and share these videos, because we're going to do everything we can to make this what we think it needs to be, to show you what to do, tutorial, and then the excitement of the hunt. So thanks for watching, and this is Boone from Boone-Southern.